Today I want to talk about the the boycott that we have going on in our community. The boycott that we're still trying to get off of the ground. I know everybody's talking about DEI, and we're talking about how diversity, equity, and inclusion, but this thing is bigger than DEI. This thing goes all the way up to the top. We a few years back in 2020, going into the pandemic, for whatever reason, I felt the urge to research how much money black people were spending in this community. Because I was telling some of my coworkers, I said, we have to get the people on top of the stairs, the people in these corporations, to fight this fight for us. And at that time in 2020, black people were spending $1.3 trillion every year in this community in America. And a little fun fact, $563 million we spent every year on hair products. So fast forward 5 years later, black people have increased their spending power by $1.8 trillion. That means we have added $5 billion to the economy. There ain't no reason for us not to flex our power, our economic power. But for whatever reason, we seem to get caught up in the not wanting to hurt others. And I've said this before to my coworkers and to my family. I hate to see anybody out of work, especially me. I'm just a regular old dude with a regular old job who's willing to make the sacrifice for the betterment of our community. And sometimes that means that it's going to be collateral damage. See, the dude on top of the stairs, he doesn't care about collateral damage. He doesn't care about the pawns, the pieces going missing or being hurt. He doesn't give a damn about that. And we have to have the same mindset. I don't want to see anybody out of work. I don't want to see anybody suffer. But sometimes we have to make sacrifices. You think about those bus drivers and those taxi drivers during the Montgomery bus boycott. They made sacrifices. They knew it was going to hurt, but they still made the sacrifices. So we've got to, as I've said when I was doing my research, we have to have sacrificial lambs. And I'm not talking about hurting anybody physically. I'm talking about hurting somebody financially. And those oligarchs that were standing up on the inauguration day, we know who our sacrificial lambs are. We have to make these companies hurt. The objective isn't to make the CEO hurt. The objective is to make the shareholders and the board of directors hurt. And how do you do that? You take your money away. And when I was doing my research, I said we need to have 7 sacrificial lambs. And we need to write them, we need to email them, we need to text them, we need to tweet them. We need to flood the zone with every type of communication that we can to let them know why we're punishing them. And we need to do the same thing to the companies that we're uplifting. We know that we're going to uplift the black companies, but we need to also let everybody else know that we're uplifting the Costco's and the Audis, the companies that seem to be doing right. But make no mistake about it, we're not going to be lost with just DEI. This is more than this. People keep asking, well, what are the Dems doing? Well, the question is, what are we doing? Because they need our help. And how we can help them is by financially taking our money away from these companies and getting these companies to fight this battle for us. Because they're in the rooms. They talk to the people on top of the stairs. And if we can take our money away from them and get them to do our bidding for us, then we can move things in the direction that we need them to move. And just bringing back DEI and making us promises is not enough. We need the needle to move, and we need to see it move before we can even think about coming back in your direction. I'm just saying, we know what we need to do. We know what our spending power is, and as many allies that we can get, the more people we can get on board, the more people that can understand that taking your money away will influence these people. That's the only way you can get it done. I'm just saying we have to stop being squeamish, because it's going to hurt regardless. It's hurting us already, and it's going to continue to hurt if we don't make the decision to sacrifice for the betterment of the people. It's not about one individual. It's not about a couple of individuals. It's about all of us, and all of us are not going to suffer so a couple of them can thrive. I don't dislike anyone, but I am about people. I am about us, and we need to look out for us. And in the course of looking out for us, we need to understand that there will be collateral damage. I love all of you, and I want us to thrive. I'm not I don't want to live in an anarchy. I want to be in a democracy. I've been used to being in a democracy. It's not a perfect democracy, but I've been used to it, and I want to continue to live under it. And the only way we can do this is by taking the green away from the people who think that we are afraid. That's what they're betting on. They're betting on our fear. And we need to make them bitch up. That's what we need to do. I love all of you, and I pray that you have a wonderful day.